I started selling drugs when I was in 6th grade. I was actually selling drugs just to afford to eat. I spent time in foster homes. I got abused in the foster homes. I got neglected in the foster homes. So for me to take it in my own hands was the only thing I felt was right to do at the time. So when I was about 11, I spent the next 3 to 6 months in and out of a football stadium, living there, and I was kind of taken in by the local hoodlums. You know, I went around with them, kind of learning their ways of doing things. We spent a lot of nights in stores and, you know, in back alleys, jumping people for whatever they had on them, kind of take what I needed because nobody else was gonna give it to me. I went all out, started selling very large scale, and it was very easy to grow in that lifestyle rapidly. So about the time I turned 23, I was realizing that this is rapidly coming to a head, and I'm either gonna be dead or I'm gonna be in prison. So I decided I'm gonna sell my drug business to other dealers. One of them had gotten arrested and turned state's evidence. So they raid me on Thursday at 6 p.m. So that puts me in jail off and on for the next 2.5 years on pretrial. So in the beginning, when I first got put in prison, I would reach out to my friends and family, and rapidly everybody stopped answering. So at that point, I had no one, no visitors, no friends, no family. It was just me and the prison. For me, it was the lowest point in my life. I had nothing. Showering with other men, living in a room with another man. It's very sobering. So after I realize I have nothing left, I do what I do best. I turn back to the lifestyle that I know. So I join a gang. I become a soldier. And in that, we go to church. We go to this Christian service every Sunday because that's the only place that all the cell blocks get together. So fast forward about 1.5 years into going through these services, this one pastor come in, and I wasn't paying attention to him as I did the other pastor every other week. And shortly into him speaking, I'm not paying attention, but yet every word he's saying is being thrown right at me like daggers, and they're hitting me. Ultimately, I pick up a Bible and try to follow him through this word. And he says, if anybody hasn't accepted Christ, please come up and accept Christ. I have nothing, I have no one. And yet, here's the word asking me to trust him. I've trusted everybody else. Everybody else has failed me. Why not? So at that point, I walked forward and I accepted Christ. My life changed forever. So I took the Bible back to my cell, sat on my bed, and I opened it at Genesis 1. And I started reading. And I just find myself enthralled. I can't get enough. I get more and more pulled into the word, into the book. I can't stop reading. The way our cells are set up, this is a top bunk and a bottom bunk. Nobody ever wants to top bunk because the floodlights from the yard, from the perimeter, shine in and they keep you up all night. And now all of a sudden I find it a blessing because this light is exactly what I need to read. All day, all night, all I did was read the Bible. I would leave my cell to eat and to shower and then back into the cell into the Bible. So you fast forward to today, 16 years later. I've got a wife. I've got children. I've got the most amazing group of Christians that I work with, that I volunteer with. I've been blessed with not only salvation, but I've been blessed with a lifestyle. I was in a place, sitting in prison. I was at the bottom of a pit that there shouldn't have been a way out of. And that's when I realized there's nothing me or anyone can do that is too far to be saved.